They had those.
Means not money.
What are those Crocs that you have with the skull feet on them? Pleasure or something like that. They had those at Zed's, and I bet Ralph $10 that you would be wearing those tonight, but I lost.
Close.
I don't know.
$10.
Zach PGH back better than ever. How the hell are you doing?
I'm good. Living
Fresh out of the tattoo chair.
Fresh out.
Thank you for your time. Shout out Cyclops, another former guest of the Anybody Can Do the Show What's Good in the Hood umbrella. So big shout outs to our girl Erin Hosfeld over there. Well, I guess more Ralph's girl.
Yeah, it's the homie.
Yeah.
From EF.
Is she?
You hit me with that EF thing last night. I
thought you were from EF.
Isn't that so Ralph that he's just like threw out this jargon that he like? I didn't know what you meant by EF.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought you went to Elizabeth Ford. That's how I thought. That's how I thought you were in the simulation. That's how I thought you. That's how I thought you were connected.
You had the hilarious line too. That's like, oh, if you don't know EF, then you're definitely not from there. Like it's like
it was Fight Club.
So many. Right. Yeah. Ralph didn't go there either. Like so he knows about it. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like, yeah. I just thought of. I just put that together. That you said if you didn't go there, you wouldn't get it. You didn't go there. You get it.
Well, it's local. It's like right over the hill.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. I thought you. For some reason, I thought you went to school with like Julian and shit.
No. I've never met Julian.
Nah.
No.
You got to come on here.
Solely from the gram.
Yeah, he would. He's fun when he comes on here and does the conspiracy talk. You guys would have an enjoyable episode together.
I mean, now that I just saw he shaved his head today, so it's going to be full Alex Jones.
He shaved his head. I saw he shaved his mustache.
I think the head came with it.
So it looked like a classic Seinfeld issue where he just like went too low on one side or something and had to do the whole thing. Yeah. I also have to say, and Julian knows this and Ralphie knows this, I love them to death. But if you think our DM is crazy with the three of us, you should see the DM that we have with Julian. It's
I thought what we had was special.
It is. Wait a minute. What the fuck? It is. But
no,
it's.
I can't imagine.
I don't know if you're woke enough for the Julian
I'll tell you who ain't me. Like, yeah. Ralph always makes fun of me that I only read 40% of texts he sent me. Imagine how much of that you think I read.
Yeah, but you're only hurting yourself.
I know.
You're only hurting yourself.
He sends some good stuff. It's just that's more wrestling centric, which is kind of my blind spot a little bit. You guys have a lot of
but a wrestling meme is universal. If you see someone break their neck, they break their neck.
Yeah.
I will say,
or if you see Sabu just literally decapitate somebody in the ring.
In terms of the wokeness quality of the chat, I don't remember if it was the group chat or a DM you sent me. And I'll admit I have not gone back to it yet, but I plan on it. But there was the fucking, you hit me with a link, and I was doing something, that's why I didn't watch it. But it was like a 40-minute video of the dark history of emojis. Oh, and I was like, it's the Ralphiest thing I've received. Like,
that's actually phenomenal too.
I was
when people leave their little cry face emojis, they're really doing the devil's work.
What? Sorry, I zoned out to do some technical work there, and I looked up to crying face is actually doing the devil's work. Emojis?
No, emojis are based off of. Man, it's been a while. It's based off of. They were like God figures or some shit like that. Google the dark history of emojis. You'll find that.
Is there something
they're made up like Mayan faces and shit? That's what they're based off of. It's very, very weird.
Is there something like doubly nefarious about the Easter Island emoji?
Whoa.
What that
like
that head?
Yeah.
Don't they say
have that as an emoji?
Don't they say them things are buried? It's more than a head. It's a whole body.
Yeah.
It's like the top of the sculpture or whatever.
Well, they say there was giants. Not too long ago.
Well, even on that episode of fucking I'll Call You Right Back with the Odd Pittsburgh guy, he was like, they had like fucking 8-foot Indian corpses up in fucking McKees Rocks.
Dirty Bird put me on Odd Pittsburgh like fucking so many years ago, and that was like the first episode I listened to. Yeah. That McKees Rocks, and I was the one that wrote into that questionnaire for Chad to say that, like, bring up the Giants. And I'm like,
humble brag. Yeah. No,
bring up the Giants, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. It's there's giants around, and all these burial mounds around here because the port got a little burial mound. It's literally called the Mound. It's like an Indian burial ground.
That's tight.
Should we go dig that up? Is that bad form? Is that bad candy?
Well, I don't think you should dig up anybody unless you're digging up like Ben like last week when we talked about digging up Ben Franklin's basement and finding all them bodies.
How do they get the ashes? Don't they smoke Ben Franklin's ashes and how high? Whose ashes do they smoke?
That was a movie. They smoked their boys' ashes.
Okay, all right. No, it was Ben Franklin. Shout out Narf, producer Narf.
That was also a movie.
Ralph talked to you like you thought it was a documentary. He was like, that was a movie, bro.
Like Method Man, Redman really didn't go to college.
Something's not adding up here. Yeah.
No, I mean, but for real though, it'd be a hell of a what's good in the hood to dig up a fucking Native
Or just
American
go to like a burial ground. Maybe we don't have to dig it up. That might have been a step too far. But
Yeah, you could turn that in. It goes from what's good in the hood to unsolved mysteries to C-SPAN for when our court date goes for desecrating a burial ground.
Okay, so let's talk about some nice things here, and then we're gonna just basically get into all this nonsense for the rest of the episode. Zach, before I guess we've told people a little bit. You've come in here and basically shown yourself as the Beat Those Cheeks master. Even though your time here has been short, it has been full of accolades and phenomenal conversation and takes. So that's what we tend to bring you back on for, just any and every Beat Those Cheeks topic that build up over the few weeks that we don't do them with other guests. But before we do that, we do need to thank you and talk a little bit about your very generous offer that you have extended to the anybody's and anybody related to the Polar Plunge. So if you don't know, and you should, Zach has very kindly donated 30 minutes of his time and his photography skills to anyone who donates $50 or more to our team, anybody, Polar Plunge Special Olympics cause to raise $10,000. So Zach, first of all, very long-winded, thank you. Second of all, why are you doing this for us?
It's for the kids.
Yes, it sure is. Yeah.
Yeah. This is more of like a bigger and McCracken move than like a genuine.
When I wake up in the morning, Mr. McCracken is sometimes here.
Zach's just doing this so that he can ultimately take over the show. He's just got something to hang over our heads. Like,
My army of stepchildren fucking infiltrate the studio. No, I mean, obviously, you guys are the homies. You guys have been kind enough to bring me in on, a bunch of shit here. And so I appreciate that. And I wanted to do something to give back. Also, like, it's for the fucking kids,
For sure.
And then, another thing is like, sometimes people like probably are just like, I don't fucking need photos or whatever, but like if it's $50 and the money's going to like a good cause, then
where
like,
are you gonna get a wedding? You could get your wedding photos done for $50 for a half hour real quick.
And I mean, there'll be $50 wedding photos, but we'll fucking do it for the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me,
we'll do it for the children.
No, but all joking aside, Zach, Ralph and I have been talking about
every photo I take of myself is a $50 wedding photo.
Just selfies of Ralph as your wedding photo.
All angles are terrible.
I'll do that too. Like if we can do some portraits of Ralph and we can auction them off.
Oh, NFTs?
The tailgate. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What if we did? We could do like a fucking
anybody portraits. We might need to. Okay, we might need to talk about that a little bit. Yeah. But no,
caricatures.
Yeah. They're just asking him to do something
just
totally
my face
different.
on a race car.
Yeah. I mean, I can't draw, but I'd do that too.
That might be funny. Yeah. Amateur cartoonist, just first try. But no, Ralphie and I were talking about this. Obviously, 10K is a very lofty goal that we have, and to have people like you who fuck with us heavy and have also agreed to kind of go above and beyond to help us raise this money is what we need to get this goal. So appreciate that, and that's probably the last serious thing that we'll talk about in this next 30 or 40 minutes. But
no, real quick, can I put a message out to the people,
please?
Just to reiterate, because in case you didn't see the video and you listen to the show but don't know who the fuck I am, I'll throw it out here. But between whatever time you hear this and February 24th, send me a screenshot of your donation to the Boys Campaign for $50 or more. And whenever the fuck you beckon me, I'll come through with my camera, and you got me for 30 minutes. Again, pictures of your cat, pictures of your fucking clown doll collection, pictures of your feet for your OnlyFans, whatever. We'll do it all.
And you made a good point last week. You do not have to recoup on your 30 minutes between now and February 24th. It's essentially I won't say a lifetime IOU.
No, it is. It is. Unless in case I meet an untimely end, and I didn't fulfill my my debt to you, take selfies of me in my casket.
Yeah, and Ralph will take the pictures.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take the picture.
No, but seriously, $50 donation. That could also mean you could jump if you want. But any donation, $50 or more, will get you those 30 minutes photo session with Zach, as well as entry to the tailgate.
Yeah, and if you don't want me to take photos, just don't fucking DM me. But still donate the $50.
Yes, please.
For $75, I won't show up at your house with my camera.
Yeah.
Let's do that. $50, I'm coming to your fucking residence.
Yeah.
Taking your photos.
Whether you like it or not.
$75, I won't show up.
I'm out of your hair.
For the kids. For the kids.
For the children.
Okay, so I think if we're doing this for the children episode, maybe that's what we just call this whole episode, is the for the kids episode.
For the kids.
Yeah, I think the kids have some beat those cheeks topics that we need to get into that have been piling up over the last couple weeks. So are you ready to get into these, Ralphie?
Beat those cheeks, Mon Wharf. Rapid fire.
The Mon Wharf.
Just in general?
I'm beating. It's beat.
I'm beat on it too. What do you think, neighbor?
I'm beating the cheeks of it. It's a staple of Pittsburgh. I love it. And one of my favorite athletic or not athletic moments of my entire life happened there, watching you, quote unquote, jump in the river.
How much would it cost you to swim across it?
This is a good question.
Your life.
Not 60 grand. Not 60 grand.
60 grand to swim across a half mile with 38-degree water sounds,
60
David
grand.
Blaine would do it for like 600 grand.
60 grand. I'm sucking the water out. I'm fucking just give me a straw and I'll go to it.
I'll do whatever. I'll jump off the Smithfield Bridge for 60 grand.
You guys are selling yourselves short out here.
Yeah, I don't know. I am very confident I could swim across the river. Not in 38 degrees, like in the summertime.
It would take probably. I sometimes swim laps at the local White Oak pool, and it takes me like 45 minutes to swim a mile. So I know for a fact that the Birmingham Bridge is like a little under a mile, but there's a little bit of land under it.
Yep.
So that river got to be a half fucking mile there. Got to be a half mile. Got to be. And then who knows what you hit in the middle.
Swim back.
Currents. Well,
do I have to swim back?
No.
Take the gateway slipper back?
Because if we're talking,
Arf on one end, Ralphie on the other bank.
If you want me to come back, I can't even justify asking for double. I need $140,000.
You didn't even
because it's going to get so much more intense coming back that last leg of that.
Yeah,
we do that in 70 or 82 degree water.
I'll do it for
$6 grand.
I do it for a 3-year sponsorship from Deer Park. Like whatever, like you know what I mean? Maybe Deer Park should sponsor me. They do all those high school football things, and now it's neighbor swims across the river.
Should we make this happen? Like,
Deer Park, cut the check.
Deer Park, all eyes on you.
Yeah.
This man is going to swim the Pittsburgh Channel.
Yes. You know what, Ralphie? I can't believe I'm going to do this. This summer we can set up neighbor swims across the river. I'm down for that. If I have my swimming in the river.
Record.
I have my swimming in the river coach, Fancy Bread, my dog. I'm going to need your tutelage. We can do this. It's a team thing. We swam 2 miles in the Mon as a team before. A little across the river, that ain't nothing. I'm not worried about it. Thank you for the approval back there.
80 degree water. Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. I'm not doing it in the winter. I'll do it in the summer. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
For free.
Beat those cheeks.
So wait. I just want to speak on why it's beat for me. I felt like. You guys remember The Mummy with Brendan Fraser?
Yeah.
They're trying to find fucking Hamanatra, and it's like you have to wait for the fucking mirage.
Yep.
Why was it so hard to fucking find how to get down there?
It is really hard.
It was hidden.
Was the hardest. It was. If you seen the route my GPS took me, it took me to Beto's Pizza. Basically, it took me through the tunnel. It took me through the tunnel to bring me back around, and we were literally parked. We parked at the same spot and walked across the street, and it was probably like a 10-minute walk. But I was like, man, I kind of want to move the car here closer since I'm about to come out of the river, disgusting and soaking wet. Like, I just pictured walking, like, sloshing in my shoes for 10 minutes, like, just miserable. I was like, I got to change the park. And we were almost, like, late because of it. Neighbor blames it on me getting a T-shirt. We were only in line for a T-shirt for 5 minutes before he made us leave.
No. The T-shirt line was short, but, like... They weren't on their A game.
No, at all.
It was like they didn't anticipate a transaction.
Again, this is
but shout out to the
we both do this. We changed the timeline. We spent 20 minutes in the parking lot.
It took a while to find that place.
And then you guys fucking left me.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You guys just fucking bailed.
Remember, we thought he just left, and we were like, "Oh, he's just Irish goodbye." We thought
I don't know. Yeah, I thought you Houdini. Now you see me. Now you don't.
Dude, I went to get my handkerchief, and I came back in the box. I was like,
we did.
I'm in my Crocs. Like, wait, guys, who knows?
We left you so sick, and you just like you were
as
like.
As soon as I walked away, you guys.
Yeah,
literally.
like we were waiting for it. To
honestly,
happen.
I felt like a dick, but I was like, no, I'm saying goodbye.
You can't hold me responsible for anything. I was running off of pure adrenaline from cannonballing knee first into the
rest easy, Zach. You came over for Christmas. You're in the fold.
God bless.
Yeah.
It literally was the lost city of Pittsburgh. That's why it gets flooded out and disappears every once in a while.
Because that's the other thing. It's like always like the Mom Worst clothes.
But
my favorite observation of being down there was like I just looked at the boys and was like, this is why I ask you to take your shoes off when you come to my house.
So true. It was so true.
Because the Mon Wharf.
How many people have been late for their first day of work downtown trying to find that parking lot? Because it's one of those things where I'm sure the first time you find it, like now that I don't know.
Now that I know it's there for life. I know it's there for life.
Like
it's on like a fake road that says don't enter too.
That was the other thing.
Crazy.
Well, and this is like no fault of your own, but you were down there and you sent the pin drop.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hey, stop your car on 376 towards Monroeville.
That's
like,
that's
what
the GPS
fuck?
We ran off of was that pin drop.
Bro,
and it took me through the tunnel
when the GPS
and back,
said
like,
you're here, we were just on 376.
We were still on 376.
Yeah. We were like nowhere to go.
Still on 376.
It was crazy, dude.
Well, I mean, in like 2016, I went to New York City with my friend's dad, and like the GPS tells you
just
go
you
here.
and the friend's dad, no friend.
No. It was we can't talk about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we can't talk about it.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
But it doesn't account for like the bridge that goes from Jersey to New York being like 3 levels.
The Verrazano, yeah.
And they charge you $20 to cross it. So we fucked up and did a loop, and I was like, dude, like, I don't.
That's all the money I
don't
have
have
to my
money.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This happens like every day, like, all day. Like, I was like,
way.
cool. Like,
Oh my god.
I was just like, I can't just park where this thing says.
No, this is unsafe. I'll do a lot of crazy things. Not this though. Yeah, man. How is? Because again, this is so Pittsburgh centric, but whatever. Like, Mon Wharf has to know this issue exists. Like, they have to update the Google map. You think? Because we typed in Mon Wharf parking, and that's what popped up.
Yeah.
Is that like GeoPin or whatever? Which is nuts.
I had to ask like a street dweller.
Yeah, street dweller. Who then later jumped in the Mon a few minutes later, just followed you down for a free bath. Like, yeah, he's like, oh, people jumping in. This sounds fun.
It was rough. If I had been by myself, I probably would have just drove home. Like, I can't find this fucking place. We're going to jump in Lake Emily.
The best part was, too, we get down there before we moved the car, when we parked in the original spot, and we, like, met these guys the guys we ended up jumping next to, and they were giving Ralph all these tips, whatever, and we were like, all right, we're going to go move the car down here. Like, we'll be back, dude. We do this entire endeavor we just talked about through the tunnels back, whatever. It takes us probably 45 minutes to get back there with the car.
1,000 people down there,
guy,
no parking.
Shout out this guy, Chirp of the Century. He goes, where'd you park? Harrisburg. yeah. It's just like out of nowhere, just fried us. It was fucking awesome.
Dude, imagine my shock when I thought it was just the fucking 3 of us.
Quote of the video right there. I thought you were fucking with me at first when you said that.
I figured, you would expect the... I don't know.
So I was like, Zach is definitely down to ride with the clique if he's just offering, because you just unsolicited offer. Yeah, I'll come down, hang out, support
like
the grind.
Thursday, I'm jumping in the river, be there.
Yeah, like
That's exactly what I thought. It was just a promo for the plunge.
No, those.
And then I was like, yeah, there's like fucking 100 people down here. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
There's a Caliente's fucking pizza truck. Like, this is an operation.
It's popping down.
It was bad. That dude swam for like 23 minutes too.
I wish it would have just been you, and they still would have been selling T-shirts. Like Merv, they're selling.
Everybody's just trying our damnedest to move these anybody shirts, just like trying to give them away. Like,
how much are they?
$15.
And you still have them?
Yeah, they're
and what
best
sizes?
deal in town. Small, medium, large, extra large, and probably not 2X anymore.
Wow. That's a bargain.
Buy now.
It is. 20 shipped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
obviously.
Support
Inflation's
your local
crazy out here.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some of these beat or beat those cheeks. I guess we're already into them. You two are beat on the Mon
Yeah, I
Wharf.
threw an abrupt one in there.
Can I throw one in there?
Yeah, you fire away. Nolan Ryan.
So we do have a decent little repository that we've been keeping running the last couple episodes. We haven't done Beat or Beat Those Cheeks. So we got like, I don't know, what is this, 3, 4 here from a couple anybody's. You want to start with Julian or you want to start with Poop Stain?
Whatever you got the.
I want to start with Julian.
All right, fire it away.
Because this seemed
Shout out
to
Julian.
elicit a reaction out of both of you.
Oh yeah.
Sleeping with the fan on.
Oh yeah, I beat the cheeks on it. Full high.
too.
Yeah.
High.
And I'm a new converter to this. I used to not be this person, and since I met Mrs. Neighbor 6 or 7 years ago, whatever.
I'll sleep with the ceiling fan on, and then sometimes even with the air conditioner on too.
Yeah.
Ceiling fan. 20, not 20. Anytime I'm in bed, that ceiling fan's on.
Is it? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just same deal. Like in the bed, right? Like in front of me, I have like a window with a ledge. You got the big box fan on there. Move the TV so the box fan's right there.
Wow.
And then it's a wall unit, but it's in my office, which is like adjacent to the bedroom. So that door gets propped open. The AC turns on before I go to bed, like 2 hours before I go to bed. Fans on, AC's on, door shut. Just making
box.
that. Yeah.
So
I
this
can't unless it's fucking freezing.
So it is a temperature thing for both of you both of you guys, not a noise thing? Because I know some people who do it because they can't have the room too quiet.
I like the noise.
Well, if you've ever been to my house, you've heard them humidifiers going. It's just like
humidifiers?
I got these things that freshen the air. You never notice that shit. Sounds like I got fish tanks, and anytime we make a reel in my house.
I heard that, and I thought you were simulating throwing hands at Martin.
No, yeah, it's like you just hear water swishing. It swishes water. I put like a lavender oil in it too, and it makes the air smell.
Are you talking
too.
about a diffuser?
No, it's more than a diffuser.
He's got the
It's the
fucking
opposite of a
5-in-1.
diffuser. It doesn't melt it. It's more of like a.
Okay. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but I have one of those in my bedroom, and to not hear any noise would be creepy sleeping.
Right. So maybe you do it for noise and you don't even realize it.
No, I do it for pure comfort. I like to sleep cold, and I like a thick blanket.
Same.
Okay.
That's the fucking recipe.
See, because I think mine is also a temperature thing now that I think about it. Because usually when this conversation is brought up, I feel like it's from a white noise lens. So I was going to ask if you've ever tried to.
Nah, I'm a big no TV on when I'm sleeping, shit like that.
I very much changed that about myself. I used to exclusively fall asleep with the TV on.
No, I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, like I said before, I turn the Wi-Fi off when I go to sleep.
Yeah,
That feels different.
one step further.
That's-
Bro, let me
something
tell you
else.
this. Let me tell you this.
I know exactly what he's going to say. He already told me this off mic.
Let me tell you this. The minute I got rid of Comcast,
I told you. I knew this
was
was
Saturday morning, completely done. I have been having the most dopest dreams ever.
They put in the 5G.
I put 5G in, and when I walk up to my upstairs, I put it in my third bedroom because they're like put it away from you.
Yeah.
Keep it away from you.
Yeah.
I put it in this corner in this third bedroom, and when I walk up my steps to like go to piss or go to my bedroom, I feel like Professor X, like something's just in my head, and I'm like,
You see what I put up with? Like, Narf was in here making the
I have
wildest
to turn
face
it off.
when he said that.
I have to turn it off.
I think this also goes back to the thing we were talking about.
Come to my
earlier.
house and feel this.
I was there
Come to my
Saturday.
house and feel it. Yeah, but it wasn't fired up like it is now.
We were
it's-
using the internet. We
Nah,
were
I
watching
just-
YouTube.
You'll come next. You'll see. You'll see it.
That's why I love him.
Neighbor will turn the corner and just claps to a knee like they'll hit him like a dog whistle.
Did you see that video? Did you see that video that went viral the other day? Like those dudes slap boxing and the dude just had
my
the
God.
most
Fucking
swollen
swollen.
face of all time. I couldn't watch it, dude.
How much do they get paid if they actually win that,
Zero,
or is that
bro.
just pride?
Bro, there's no way they wouldn't.
What
win
a
it.
stupid
And-
hobby.
So what a fucking art imitating life that the week after Dana White announces that he gets fucking hot mic smacking the shit out of his wife
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve.
Right.
I'm like, hey, he's about his brand.
Bro, he's that whole thing.
brand.
Yeah, right. Yeah. He's down
I mean,
to ride UFC, good or bad. Yeah.
Well, hold on, but just real quick.
Please.
While we're talking about like viral videos, have you guys seen the fucking video of that guy going live on the plane in Nepal that crashed?
Oh yeah,
I
I regret seeing that.
Should it not be an ad for like OtterBox though? This plane, dude, this plane fucking explodes and his phone keeps going for like 2 minutes.
Bro,
I was like, what?
I'm a comment reader too, and I was reading the comments.
so funny.
People were like, like that was terrible. And then there was a bunch of jokesters like, what kind of phone did he have?
That's what I'm saying. You drop your phone in the toilet, it's like, where the fuck's the right?
I did see that.
This dude's phone was in a plane explosion.
Yeah.
That is insane.
And
actually.
it kept rolling. And I was like, and that was the worst part.
Oh my
Because
God,
like
is that funny?
once it exploded, I was like, oh, it's over. There's another 45 seconds of people just like
Screaming. You hear screaming and fire.
Like,
you hear fireballs.
You hear crackling.
Yeah,
I
you
was
hear
like,
crackling.
Yo, what the? But then I went to, what kind of phone is this?
Yeah.
Is this that Huawei shit that they got in China that we don't got?
Well, we're not allowed that because they say spy, right?
So my boy has one. He got it on.
Ah,
I won't say his name, but
who's he working for? Who are you working for?
I don't even know about this thing. What is this?
You never heard of it?
it's
like
a
the
whole
phone-
thing.
Like
it's a Chinese.
it's way bigger outside of
telecommunication.
America.
Yeah.
We're monopolized on all the dumb shit. Outside of this country, there's a lot more than iPhone and Androids. And
Right.
there's what's called like a Huawei smartphone or some shit, or Hui or some shit like that. But it's made by Chinese, and we're not allowed to have it in America because it's just like TikTok. It's a weapon for mass data collection and spying. That data collection shit is sick, bro.
If you ever,
That is very scary shit to think about. I didn't think it was like, I thought it was like, oh, just for like Amazon ads and shit or whatever. But like, bro, they know, like they know when I'm gonna commit my next crime before I commit it. They know it's coming from my trends.
Well, so that was a fucking thing, and not to plug
Algorithms
another
and AI.
podcast, but Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Shout out Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe. Yeah.
But there was a Rogan episode with this dude, Mike Baker from the CIA.
Yeah.
And they're talking about the Huawei thing where, you know how like we, like all being like from the city, we have like Comcast and Verizon, but you get to Butler County, they have like Armstrong, like these smaller telecommunication companies. So Huawei approached these smaller telecommunication companies in like Idaho and North Dakota around the I-90 corridor, and we're like, hey, like your cell towers, we'll sell you these pieces for like a fucking tenth of what you're paying. So they fucking loaded all their shit up.
Run that,
and then the government the FBI did like an investigation, and it was like these towers and the shit that's on them. Turns out I-90 is where all of our intercontinental below ground ballistic missiles are. And they're like, these cell towers could launch these things at any fucking time.
Unintentionally.
Or intentionally. Or if we decided to launch them, they could fucking cancel that shit out. So then the FBI, CIA, whoever goes to these telecommunication companies, and they're like, it's going to cost you like $4 billion to tear all this shit down, but we'll subsidize and give you like 10 grand. And they're like, no. And so the House did an investigation and found the same thing. And like the government's just too cheap to pay these people what it would take to replace all this shit. So it just stayed. So the government knows that there's this huge security risk, but it's too cheap to fund the companies the money.
We know how they know about all these. They make the security
I
risk.
guess I wish I could say I'm surprised, but that's just crazy.
Klaus Schwab knows about it. Fucking
Man,
Schwab.
let's talk about that fucking dude. Talk about
The video you sent
bad guy from the Superman movies from the 80s.
The video he sent the other day of the dude from the World Economic Forum talking about like some people are going to be behind this and some people
Dude,
aren't,
I
and
was
we're gonna
listening
fucking get rid of them.
I don't think I watched that. I must not have watched that.
it was-
one.
Do you know
dark.
who Klaus Schwab is? You know who George Soros is?
I've heard that name before.
Well, these guys are so rich that they started their own organization. It's called the World Economic Forum. And basically it is the NWO in broad daylight. And these guys are non-elected motherfuckers, but our government bows down to them. Every government bows down to them. What they say goes. They made their moves mainly like 2020. They made their moves with rumor was Soros was the man behind putting all these bricks in inner cities, like and Klaus Schwab was
the ballots.
and Klaus Schwab is he's just this. I forget who his dad is. His dad is
Charles Schwarzenegger.
His dad is someone sick. Research it. I'm not gonna say Hitler, but I'm gonna say somebody that was a high SS officer.
This is supposed to be a nice Beater Beat Those Cheeks episode.
No, yeah, well, we got
the kids got to know.
there are people to look into. Klaus Schwab is best known for Agenda 2030, where the idea would be you will have nothing and like it, and what he means by that is the government's going to take care of you. No longer will you own your house. You'll just rent. Everybody will rent. They'll own everything, and we'll all just live this equal fucking thing. They want us to not. They say cow farts are ruining the earth, so we got to eat bugs and. It's just bad. It's just a bunch of rich dorks that are like, we must annihilate. Like, they're targeting people like me. Those Klaus Schwab talks this weekend were about people like me.
He dresses like Dr. Evil, too.
He literally dresses like Dr. Evil.
He dresses on some weirdo shit.
He looks like the bad guy from Superman.
Yeah.
Like with the bad guys with the super Vs, with the bigger V on top of it, like a Power Ranger almost.
Dude, I'm beat on Klaus
Power
Schwab.
Ranger.
Yeah,
He's like a cross between a Power Ranger costume and what like a Catholic priest would wear. This is what Klaus Schwab is wearing right now.
What a vision.
But look into those people, though, man. They're the secret rulers of the world.
Do you even remember what the Beater Beat Those Cheeks topic was?
Sleeping with the fan on.
I fucking forgot.
I'm shocked that either of you remember.
These devils ain't going to throw me off my game.
All right, well, let's see if they can trip you up with the next one.
Let's go.
Yeah. This one comes from long time anybody. Maybe the one of, if not for sure, the top tier anybody. Poop stain.
Shout out.
Comes from Klaus Schwab.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the bugs?
I guess this is kind of in that same thing. Ring doorbells. You want to go for ring doorbells? That's kind of within
Beat the cheeks on them.
Really? That's shocking to me. Why?
Crime. I live in a high crime neighborhood.
Do you think
my car has I have a Cal Ripken streak of my car getting, I call it tossed. Like if you ever got pulled over and the cops harassed you and pulled your glove compartment out, that's what these bums do to me. It goes on in my neighborhood. It goes on in the White Oak area. I see it on Facebook. We see them on the rings. We see these hooligans.
Are you leaving your car unlocked?
Sometimes I do.
What? See, this to me, you deserve to get your car tossed. You deserve to get your car broken into.
I don't do it every night. Like, I'll just be like, I'm just going to leave my car unlocked. Sometimes I might hit Costco up and then might forget to fucking lock my door after I take in a gazillion groceries.
Slow down.
It doesn't matter if I leave it unlocked for 5 minutes or the whole night. It gets tossed.
Yes, it does. It does matter.
Tossed. That's why I told you. You were like, I can't find my keys. And I was like, if they're in your car, you might got your shit stolen, bro. Boys just walk down my street and try every handle.
I'm just picturing
until one opens.
I'm picturing the ghost from Super Mario that as soon as Ralph turns his back, it starts to get a little closer.
It's like it does matter if it's 5 minutes or overnight. I would argue that
I used to think it was my neighbor. That's how sick it was. I'd take a pizza in, and then I'd go to lock it, and it wouldn't lock because my passenger door would be open because it just got ransacked.
The pedophile
and they didn't even
neighbor?
Close it. It could be anybody. This is the first time it happened to me.
Anybody can do this.
The first time it happened, I had a big roach in my ashtray, and they fucking took it. And then from there, I've been a target every time. When they go into my car, they don't even.
Got some gas.
They don't even toss. Shit again. I had that, and I had a Home Depot gift card for $30 that I was giving to my boy. He was having a barbecue. He just bought a crib. I'm like, I give him a gift card to Home Depot. Man, shit, like go buy yourself.
You killed Zach with that one. Yeah.
But
Ralph says Ralph's housewarming present is a Home Depot gift card. Congratulations on this big life purchase.
People listening to this are going to be like, "That's a fucking solid gift." What was I supposed to give you? A fucking blender or a bottle of wine? Here,
that homeless dude was just high.
Buy a new window, maybe.
He was just high as hell, running through the kitchen appliance aisle, like what are we
doing? He sold that for 50 cents on the dollar to somebody at Home Depot later.
Yeah, for straight cash.
He took my change. They never take my sunglasses, and they never go in my middle console. They go directly to my change thing in my ashtray. But my change thing's been ransacked so much that I'm out of change.
Can I ask you a question?
I keep a couple quarters for Aldi's.
Wouldn't you for the cart? Yeah, I hear that. Wouldn't you think that this number of break-ins this height would make you more aware to lock your car.
It, like I said, accidents happen. I used to.
Forgetting to lock your car isn't an accident.
What's even funnier is before I had like 3 cars ago, my old work truck, I had this big GMC 2500 heavy duty, and it didn't have remote locks or anything. So I would keep that motherfucker unlocked, and I would keep the keys in the goddamn door jamb.
See, people like you, I don't. Do you leave your car running at the gas station?
No.
See, those
criminal.
My biggest like fantasy.
This
in
was
life,
at the time though where I was like, I like to think that humanity ain't that big of a scumbag that like people ain't gonna just do that. And then it happened, and it's like, fuck. This was back when boys would steal your CD player too. Got my CD player taken.
It's just the most. It's the most juxtaposed person there is. Everyone's out to get you. Life's a simulation. But I just thought nobody would tell you my unlocked car with the keys in it.
Why would you hit my work truck like it? You know, what do you think you're gonna find in there? A clipboard and a bunch
cash.
of
Cash. That's what I think you're gonna find in there. Or the keys to the fucking car. Yeah.
That's what was in
left
there.
in the door.
Yeah.
That's what was in there.
Found the car. Like,
It's the sickest lick ever.
Yeah. That is the ultimate handle try. Is finding the keys to the
That
whip.
feels like a setup.
Yes, yeah.
Like if they would have stolen your truck and you had to tell your boss and I was your boss and I'd be like, Ralph, what happened? He's like, just fucking left.
I would be calling the insurance company. They'd be like, "You leave the keys in?" I'd be like, "I might have." I might have.
Plausible deniability.
That might not be a stolen car then.
Just like a borrow.
I didn't give him no. Don't justify this, lawyer Nick.
Well, I was also thinking
That's Grand Theft Auto. You can't just take something that's not yours. Imagine if, like you said, someone goes to Sunoco and leaves their car running while they play the Powerball, and I just throw a roach out and jump in their driver's seat. That's Grand Theft Auto.
That feels more like street justice.
Yeah,
like you shouldn't
be.
fucking.
That shouldn't be stealing a car.
Street justice is me taking that car and there being an undercover cop in the front seat that takes me to jail immediately.
Marty just rolls out of the glove
Marty
box.
Griffin, with his bulletproof vest on, like.
Unbelievable. Marty's just setting you up for an eyewitness report of like, I told you everyone's stealing running cars out
Marty
here.
definitely had a bait car before.
When I go home, I'm 100% going to message Marty and be like, you see this spike in White Oak fucking car vandalisms? And he's 100% when we wake up tomorrow, it's going to be one of his 4 posts like, can you believe the amount of people? Someone was killed in Clareton at 13 years old.
That was fucked.
And then in White, he went ham on that. He'd been going ham
really?
on.
I don't follow him. I just follow whatever you guys say.
He's worth a follow.
Yeah. He's doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
He's gonna give him cardiac arrest.
That's what I'm
he
saying.
gets a little too worked up.
You know how like when you get older, like you get to a certain age, you have to retake your driver's test X amount of years. Like you should be assessed if you should be on social media or not as you get older. I don't know if age
be on
even has
high
to
blood
do with
pressure
it, but,
medicine or not.
There should be some type of.
It should just be every
test.
2 years.
Yeah,
every 2 years.
Someone was telling me this too. Maybe it was you or Fancy Bread. It's like you should just have to register your social media account with a social security number.
Oh yeah.
Because then you couldn't have like all these like nonsense. But whatever. That's it. That's a conversation.
I'm thankful that I live in a generation where I'm in a position where my parents didn't make it to the social media days.
Yeah.
I do say this though, if my dad was alive, we'd be making the funniest reels with him. But like,
well, you know, Ralph's dad was the only blind wrestling fan that ever existed.
That's for the love of the game.
Oh, dude, Ralph's best line is what was he? He was a safety inspector at the mill for 40 years. He could see for 10 of them, like or something like that. Like
sick dude.
Yeah,
sick dude. He watched wrestling because the play-by-play you could hear it instead of having to see it.
It's badass.
He watched the Pirates too. Like he's a big baseball person.
That makes
Steelers
sense.
and sports and the Young and the Restless.
Your dad, I would have killed
sickest dude, sickest man.
Oh my god!
But I could only imagine how my mom would be on fucking Facebook. I could only imagine. She went like I said it before. I was talking about it before. How she went ham and decorated for like the Gulf War. Like I could only imagine
for the Gulf War.
My brother was in the Gulf War. My brother Rob was in the Navy during the Gulf War, and she would. I was like a young kid. She would drag me and my other brother to support. We'd be wearing camouflage and sailor hats.
Stolen
And
valor. Stolen valor.
We would go to support group meetings, I believe what they were called, with other mothers in the area whose kids were in the combat and
Damn.
shit. And like, remember the yellow
funny.
flags for like Desert Storm?
not being
Like
funny.
we were literally yellow
led with
flagged up like everywhere. Those yellow ribbons, like she had them on her. Like literally, it was like a decal on like the whole
like a
hood.
Latin King set, like just like yeah.
Did you ever have the like Desert Storm trading cards?
Yeah, I still have
That's
them
the same.
in
What
the
are
packages.
Dude, I just recently found, and I was like, I want to buy these.
Yeah, what are
So I
they?
bought like a collection of the entire like
They
catalog
have,
of like
they have
Yo MTV
all
raps.
forms too. Like there was upper deck and there was tops
Trading cards of soldiers.
of
Like
like
tanks, fucking
Saddam.
A10.
Like if you got the Saddam card, it was the insert. Like
The hollow Saddam is the most.
Saddam and like
Muammar Gaddafi.
Colin Powell.
The Muammar Gaddafi holographic card.
But it was like
Charizard
I remember these so vividly, like because it was a lot of the airplanes. We had a lot of I don't know if we still run like that. We probably got like one really dope plane that we got like a sick arsenal of. But back in the day, we had these planes like before there was Wi-Fi and shit like that. When they had to do the hard shit.
Did you see that new documentary? There's a new documentary
millions
out
of
on
planes.
Netflix. I don't know what it's called, and forgive me for that. But it's basically about when Pepsi had the Pepsi
I watched
points.
that, yeah.
What'd you think of that, dude?
The kid was right.
Shout out that
The
kid.
kid was
Bust
right.
their ass, yeah.
exactly.
And shout out to like the eccentric like old dude
Shout
that
out
was
to
like,
that
fuck
lady
yeah.
that first sued McDonald's for burning herself with coffee.
Have you ever seen that documentary?
No.
Shout out to her.
Yo.
Fuck that lady.
No.
Okay.
Wow,
I've never seen you this passionate in the couple months I've met you.
Because here's the fucking thing.
Okay.
Everybody says fuck that lady, right?
Right.
Then there was this documentary about it. Dude, she was like 90 years old. She was old as fuck. You know how old people's skin gets like real loose?
Yeah.
Her
shit.
She dropped it like on her crotch and shit.
Yeah.
So they show you the pictures of like her inner thighs and shit.
Fucked.
It cooked her. Like her skin was like black and falling off. Like that shit boiled.
It's like Ralph's cashews
It boiled
video.
her, dude. Yeah, because you think at first like I've spilled hot shit on myself.
Right.
No.
So, and again,
it burned her ass like
was there
alive.
something that they were keeping the coffee too hot? Or they just
Microwaved it
needed-
for extra 4
Dude,
seconds.
it was at like 160 degree. It was like beyond boiling or some shit.
So it wasn't just the "this is hot" label on there. They were also serving things at an unsafe temperature.
yeah,
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Okay.
to come up when you could sue, big business.
yeah. Oh yeah.
But remember there was like, this is like a thing forever, but I feel like
I'm about to sue
In the
Lucky
2010s?
Charms for being healthier than skinless
yeah.
chicken.
the 2010 when people were just getting caught on like cameras in like 7-Eleven trying to like slip on ice and shit. Like,
Yeah,
that
my
was
neck,
like,
my back, my
yeah.
neck and my back.
But all joking aside, dude, if that happens to you, that is just, hopefully you have the presence of mind or somebody in your life to be like, sue those motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
Jackie Childs.
Yeah. Oh, what if that lady just Kramered herself though and just got the billboard, like instead of like the settlement? Remember when he did that? Like when Kramer. Oh my god.
Do one of those like
Kramer.
gnarly billboards too, where it like expands like off the rectangle.
Yes,
it's
yes.
just her like legs like this. Her fucking feet in the
It's
air.
just like the coffee coming.
It's
from
just
the
a
top,
black
like-
billboard with her legs like. Oh fuck.
Oh my god. Oh, so yeah, I'm beat on Ring doorbells.
Say it. Yeah. Say it.
Why?
Well, I forget why you're beat on him. You don't like to
didn't talk
Believe
about
it
know.
or not, you didn't give me a chance.
We didn't talk
Tell
about
you
it.
why? Yeah, no. How much crime are they really thwarting? Again, you specifically, someone who's like, everybody's watching us, they're all doing this shit, and now we're just doing it for them. And how much crime is really solved or thwarted exclusively through the Ring doorbell?
Okay.
Well, they
Funny
still
story
might-
though.
I've had packages stolen from.
Did you find out who did it based on the Ring doorbell?
No, I didn't have the Ring doorbell at the time, but if I did, best believe I got up and put a foot
when
up
Ring
in their
doorbell
ass.
has facial recognition and it tells you who's stealing your shit, then maybe I'm
No,
in
but
on
if you could see a motherfucker,
a license plate or something like that, yeah, I get all that. Yeah.
or if I'm like upstairs or something and my phone just dings and it's like there's some schmuck on my porch right now, put your shoes on and put your ass kicking shoes on
Yeah.
and take it up front.
You got a Ring story.
I got a friend of mine who I will not name to protect the innocent.
It's two nameless innocent people we're protecting today. Well, maybe the phone isn't an innocent guy, but anyway, yeah.
He's pretty innocent. They like were responsible for like apprehending 2 criminals from their Ring doorbell. The one was
No way.
somebody like fucking plowed into a telephone pole right in front of their house and then drove off. And they were able to use
drunk driving. Yes, true. Yeah.
Meteor footage on their rings and shit.
So the other one was this
valuable.
dude I went to high school with. Fucking, this one's actually fucking crazy. Dude I went to high school with, it was like a year older than me. Fucking robbed the Unimart by my friend's place, and then like walked off. So like they had him on like, you know, fucking Patterson fucking footage, like Bigfoot walking through the fucking front yard, and they're like, we know that guy. So here's the thing. So he went in for that, right? But they couldn't keep him in for like whatever reason. Like 3 months ago, my boy sent me an article. They busted this dude living in Altoona with like 50 terabytes of like child porn.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like, damn, if you just would have kept him locked up for hitting this Unimart.
Yes, more to my point, the Ring doorbell couldn't even keep that guy locked up.
But
if you think the government's solely watching you on your Ring phone, where do you get a load of what they like?
When did I say they were solely watching on your Ring phone?
But
I mean, it's more of a safety thing for you. Yeah, if the FBI wants to watch stray cats and squirrels on my front patio
every time you go in and out of your crib, dog.
It just feels
you're carrying.
They know that from your phone, regardless. My phone, if I pull my phone out right now, it's going to say 35 minutes to get to my house because it's going to know I'm about to go.
Do you have a Ring doorbell?
No, I don't have the Ring.
All right. See, that was going to blow my mind for a loop. If you turn the Wi-Fi off at night, but you have the Ring doorbell.
No, yeah. I have
that just seems...
No, I don't have the Ring.
Okay,
I have my own security.
It just feels like a little too like police state for me.
I would agree. It's just...
And it did my mom dirty. We can't talk about that. But
no, but the three of us know. Funniest Ring videos I've ever seen. So
sorry,
shout out Mrs. PGH, Mama PGH.
I have these sensor lights, like when you walk around my house, these sensor night lights. And sometimes I'll rip a fart in the middle, like in my bed, and it'll turn the fucking sensor light on.
We'll cut this off if you want to. No. We'll cut it just, but you walk up to Ralph's door, dude, and he's got this little window cut out on the door, and just propped in the bottom of the window is an old school Lenovo, like attached to your laptop camera, dude. That I don't know where it's connected to. I don't know where it goes. I've never asked, but every time I walk up, I was like, "Is this fucking thing even on?"
That's some Buffalo Bill shit.
It is fucking. So I was like, maybe it's not the only. No, I was gonna say something.
As soon as that went up, crime stopped by 45%. Those are real Fetterman facts.
So, I have a follow-up question that I want to ask off my. Is it hooked up to anything?
It's wired. That is wired.
Okay, so you have a feed to that. It's just Ralph's drawer next to his bed. He's checking on the squirrels.
It's only 720, dude.
Yeah, it's 720p. Like, yeah,
it's like that meme of Wolverine in bed holding the picture frame and just Ralph watching his friend.
Yes, it's Ralph watching.
It's got better resolution than the Pentagon cameras.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's feeling himself. He's feeling himself today. Yeah.
What blade?
Yeah.
What blade?
Yeah.
I thought that was a RV.
Oh my God.
Baseball. Like,
we are the
Ralph
Millers.
Using 720p and then sending me DMs of glitches in the Matrix that he can't believe is a camera glitch is just outside my mind.
Could you imagine that?
No, you didn't watch the second. Like I said, you only watched 40% of it. You're like, I watched the cashew video and that was enough.
It was, dude.
Did you see it too? I said that to you, or I thought I said
no. I meant the RV thing, man, because that sounds like if they did like another National Lampoon's Vacation, just the Griswold plowing into the side of the
Spaceballs. I think of like Spaceballs. Like maybe it had wings on it.
I never seen Spaceballs.
They
gave him the raspberry.
That's not surprising.
They went plaid.
It's pretty good.
They went plaid.
I think it's like Mel Brooks Brooks movie.
Also, real quick, I don't know if you guys give a shit about this, but they're coming out with History of the World Part 2. Finally,
I saw the first one.
It's an OG Mel Brooks movie, but it's gonna be like a 4-part, 2-hour a night thing on Hulu. So essentially, people are like, "Oh, this is just that show, Drunk History again," which sucks because like Mel Brooks is the GOAT.
Monty Python, right? That's
no, Blazing Saddles, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Wasn't Mel Brooks like behind Bugs Bunny?
Probably.
Robin Hood Men in Tights, right? Yeah,
banger
what a flick. Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
The original producers, maybe one of the coldest movies ever. Yeah. It's the funniest shit.
Never seen it.
It's about these two dudes that the one's like real anxious and the other one's this like failing playwright that's just like fucking these old ladies.
Yeah.
And
you've never seen Star Wars either, probably. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Well, Spaceballs is still, it's still worth watching.
But they come up with this plan that they're like, we could raise a bunch of money for this big Broadway production, but if it closes the first night, like we can keep all that money. So they come up with this fucking play called Springtime for Hitler. And it's like Hitler's.
Matthew Broderick in this?
He's in the remake with Nathan Lane and Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's in the original one?
Gene Wilder.
Sick.
It plays like the anxious guy, and I don't know who plays the other dude, but like it's just so he's goated. He never gave a fuck.
Gene Wilder is a fucking G, man.
Dude, Willy Wonka is the sickest.
All the
movie.
Richard Pryor shit too, like.
Yeah.
I was just watching. What was I just watching? Blazing Saddles the other day.
It still hits.
That was the first time I ever watched it.
So I haven't watched
What did
it
you
on
think?
Netflix.
I thought it was great,
Dude.
You watched it on Netflix?
Didn't give a fuck.
It was on one of those. Things.
Is it edited at all?
No.
It's the same,
no.
like,
Yeah.
The sheriff's name is. All that stuff's still in there.
Oh,
See, that to me is very surprising.
Yeah.
My uncle tells a hilarious story about my oldest cousin. Like my uncle doesn't give a world about the world, and my little baby, my older cousin, when he was a baby, would run around just saying that line to people at the gym, like just like
you could never do them nowadays.
No, so
like
here's the thing.
Tropic Thunder happened. Yeah. We loved it when it happened.
Yeah.
This new generation might not like it, but during the time it hit.
Yeah.
That was like one of the sickest movies.
I heard, and I don't know if it's true, and I pray to God it's not, but I heard they're doing a remake of Blazing Saddles, but it's animated and like the sheriff is like a panda, so it's like Kung Fu Panda, and I'm like, no, stop.
Let me give you the more fucked up yin or yang here. They're doing the opposite with Doug. They're making it a live action show.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
So like Boy Meets World, but Doug.
Yeah, they already did it. It was called Boy Meets World. Yeah,
it's phenomenal.
Fuck
No need to do it again.
Yeah, Feeney.
I read something today. Wild. George Feeney, whoever the actor was.
Yeah.
Open marriage. He was in an open marriage.
Shout out.
Good for him.
That's what I'm saying. Feeney just always surprising you at every turn. Just the God.
Just that fucking.
Know your worth.
You know your worth. Shit was going on the other side of that fence, dog. Like,
just that.
Eric can never get in. Like,
just that happy hour every week.
He was wearing smoking jackets and shit.
Feeney's a G. Ben Fredette got a Mr. Feeney tattoo when he first came to Pittsburgh.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Shout out that guy.
Yeah, Ben Fredette's cool as fuck.
When I found out Ralphie knew him from way back in the day, I was like, oh shit, because I only got hip.
There's only like 3 people in the world with a 58's tattoo, and he was the first.
It's crazy.
Dude, I know we talked about this before, and I thought about doing it tonight, but like the timing just wasn't right. But like the Marty Griffin tattoo is happening, and now that he's got the vest, it's got to be Marty straight like fucking.
You need to put like the
Under
Vietnam
fire.
helmet on him.
Oh yeah,
with like a KDKA mic in it instead of square.
I'm gonna have him as like the main character from that movie, like Toy Soldiers.
Yeah, dude.
Like
I was thinking like the in
Yes.
the beginning of Tropic Thunder when they post all the Ben Stiller action movies, like where he's like doing Rambo or something.
Yeah.
The freezer open. Like, yeah.
I could just see Marty Griffin right now in a trench calling in an airstrike on homeless people on the North Shore.
on Call of Duty, maybe.
Dude, he needs his own like Batman gunman, like Marty, like fucking.
Marty needs his own vigilante.
Marty
does not.
He needs to become Charles Bronson in Death Wish.
Dude, Marty and like Wendy Bell are gonna. You ever see that movie Mystery Men?
Yes. Yeah.
Or like
Wendy
Malibu's
Bell.
Most Wanted. Like
Oh my
Marty
God.
in the streets with
I'll
a fucking
ride
mustache.
with
Are they
Marty.
like-
I'm not riding with
Are they cool? Or I feel like they beef. I feel like Wendy Bell beefs with the world.
Yeah, but I feel like there's part of
probably
Marty
don't
that
like
gets
me.
along with Wendy. If
For
you know
sure.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Marty and Wendy probably have, you know.
I don't
hit
know.
it off about a few things.
Yeah.
I feel like yeah, they probably slept around.
Yeah,
They
sure.
probably I see these TikToks they make when they're supposed to be at the newsroom. Who knows what they're
Yeah, I
up
was
to?
gonna say nothing's more of an aphrodisiac than a newsroom. I would agree with you. So
We all
Shout out Good
seen
Morning
it.
America. They'd be
We all
fucking-
we all seen Anchorman. It works 98% of the time. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean even today, Matt Lauer.
today.
No, remember Matt Lauer?
Oh, dude, with the button and shit.
The button?
He was a freak.
The button is
button's
fucking
crazy. Remember that?
He had a sex button or something.
No,
where
he
he
had
hit
a
the
button
button
under
for
his
her to
desk
come
that
in.
would lock
Lock the
the door on
door.
the other side.
When these
I
girls
thought
came
he had a
in.
button like how boys get the like if you buy enough
How Joe
things
Biden
off
gets his
Amazon,
Coke.
like my boy, how Hunter gets it. How
Yeah, it's just a phone call.
if Hunter had a fucking Snapchat, I would join Snapchat just to see what his Snapchats were, or if he had a YouTube page.
There's
it would be the
more,
sickest.
and this is, I may have said this on here before, but there's more photos and pictures of Hunter Biden doing cocaine and fucking hookers than there are of me. Like, I don't have that many photos of myself.
in general. Yeah.
In general.
Yeah.
I forget what I was just about to say. Oh, my boy got I thought Matt Lauer had a button that just sent him like prostitutes or something. My boy buys
might
Fiji
have, too.
water so much off of Amazon that they sent him this fucking button that's a magnet he puts on his fridge, and anytime he needs a new case, he just hits the button and it shows up in Amazon
got
Prime
that
in 2
stuff.
days.
Boy,
Right, yeah.
That's what I thought Matt Lauer had. He just hit the Fiji button and it sent in like a just whatever flavor of the week they pulled.
I bought one of those once.
One of those
the buttons. Yeah, and I had it for Gatorade. I was so excited. I got it. Mine wasn't a magnet though. It was a 3M fucking super strip.
He's a sick dude. He probably improvised that.
Dude, I got it. I put it on the fridge. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. My girl came home and saw it. She thought it was a magnet. Bro, with
Hit it a
all
million
the
times?
with all the strength in the world. Like mom trying to lift a fucking car off their child.
Right.
She ripped this motherfucker off the fridge and that thing stuck to nothing ever again. I got to enjoy that button for like 3 hours before she came home and just fucking ruined
Destroyed
that thing.
it.
You just got to keep it in your pocket.
I've never heard it. So
It's
what,
like
they
a
just-
life alert. Like,
Yeah.
I need electrolytes. Fuck. It's my Iron Man core. Like,
So it's just like a Wi-Fi thing that you'd say like, I want a case of red Gatorade every time I hit this.
you hit it
you
and it
just
would
set
pop up in your phone, like, confirm your purchase. Bam. Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's a trend that died.
I could see why. So much room for error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People's fucking fridges look like the things for dogs. And they're like, hey, want to go outside.
Yeah, where it makes you think
Ball,
your dog's talking
ball,
to you. Yeah,
ball.
yeah. We can't even go online and order things anymore. We just have to hit a fucking button on our fridge.
I just ordered 2 micro USB cards or micro
Mini SD.
Mini SD. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. I ordered 2 of them, right? And Amazon's like, do you want to start a subscription? And I'm like, damn, like, would you just send me fucking USB, these fucking, I'll just erase them. Like, I don't need you to put me on your list.
I will say technology is sick in the regard that the other night I ordered a dozen Cheddar Bay biscuits from Red Lobster.
Nice.
That's all I ordered. I was just like, I want a dozen biscuits.
Love that.
And it was like, do you want us to bring you more shit from like other places? And the top one was Brewster's.
Yeah.
Nothing washes down a cheddar biscuit like a blizzard.
I was like, yeah, let's
Or
get
not a
some
blizzard,
let's get
whatever
some
it is.
Brewster's.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what my like $7 purchase turned into fucking
58.
50.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I've
Well, I was thinking
never
about this the-
used Uber Eats or none of those
Dude,
things
I
in my
remember when
life.
DoorDash and I was talking about this. I thought it was on the pod, but maybe not. Like when DoorDash and all that stuff, like you used to be able to get like Xbox control. They would literally go pick up anything for you.
Yeah.
Like I remember we got Xbox controllers delivered one time. Like it was not food. It was like it was crazy.
Yeah,
It
the
was
only
like
thing I get like
courier
that
service.
is like my weed delivered.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out the weed man.
Yeah. Shout out.
Shout out.
Well, guys, believe it or not, we did this for an hour and only got 2 beat or beat those cheeks topics.
What
in.
was the third one?
Meal delivery kits? You want to do that one?
Is there
It's
another
like
one
apropos.
behind that? Is that the
house
It
plants.
is, but I don't know if do you want to do house plants?
I don't give I don't care. I don't give a shit.
I think I already blew my load with my houseplants take. I just said I'm beat on houseplants because I don't need the added responsibility.
Yeah, no,
it's good
fuck
in the
that.
moment. It sounds great. I already have
I can
enough
barely keep myself alive.
Clearly.
I'll beat the cheeks
Clearly.
on the house
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Okay,
So you're
dude.
talking about me.
I was like, okay.
I'm beating the cheeks on a house plan. I got a couple of them, and it is a struggle to keep them alive. I will admit, as a single father of these house plants, it is very hard to raise them properly. But,
Especially with inflation.
they say if you could keep a plant alive, then your life is balanced, or you could keep
Responsible.
you could keep yourself alive.
Yeah. Well, I think to Zach's point, I'm struggling to do that right now.
Well, we are just big dumb plants. Get some sunlight and drink some water.
I guess that's my point. Once I get my plant schedule down, maybe I can worry about another plant or something like that. Yeah, and meal delivery kits, that's something that didn't really seem to...
I'm surprised you don't like houseplants, Mr. Real Christmas Tree enthusiast.
That was a real tree?
Always.
Oh, shut
He
up.
cut it down himself
I bought it
from
at
Home
Lowe's.
Depot.
Yeah.
With a gift card from Ralph?
Yeah.
No,
Now, what's
Ralph-
a terrible gift now?
Ralph and I
Perfect
had
gift
some
for
sick
Homo.
gift exchange in this year. We both saw things we both needed and got them via...
Yeah, I got a
Narf.
new the sign to I was off the grid for like a good year and a half. The windstorm came and knocked the one off my address.
So Ralph's address was a number short for like a decade.
Instead of being 1120, it was 120, and it confused new mailman. And it was.
That's why I had to get a Ring doorbell.
That's why I could never order Uber Eats because they just never find it.
They thought he was just
That's why his
grandfathered
car
in.
kept getting broken into. The guy was like, well, this guy clearly can't afford to log his car if he can't afford to get an address sign.
Neighbor got me a new 1120 sign made out of a cat, and ever since I hung it up, like all these cats
Made out of a cat. No. In the shape of a cat. Yeah, in the shape.
And now all these
Holy fuck, dude.
all these cats in the neighborhood see it, and they post up on my porch like
This is our home.
like 1120 cat house.
Well, that's probably because the stray cat you thought you found is actually the cat from the neighbor next door who's just coming to you for an extra breakfast.
I
and
don't
he's
know.
just
Mitch
spreading the
likes
word.
me. Extra breakfast sounds sick. I mean, I do it. So, I can't blame Mr. Mitch for that.
The
So,
Hobbits loved it, man. Second breakfast.
yeah.
The Hobbits had second breakfast? That's what they called lunch? Or just it was in
No, they
between?
just had, they crushed like 13 meals.
What did I was gonna say? What did they eat? Like
Porridge.
hash browns and shit.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. What
The
is?
Hobbits were eating hash browns?
I don't know.
I mean, theoretically,
don't
Yeah, I guess like a
I don't know.
deconstructed hash brown.
You know what I
Yeah.
was thinking was I can't think of what they call it, man.
Corned beef hash.
Blood pudding, is that?
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking they'd eat a bunch
That's
of
like
blood
some
pudding.
English shit, right?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
Bro, they got the blood
Hobbits-
sausage, I think is what you're talking about.
No, I think both things
I think
exist.
they call
Really?
it pudding. I think it's like cold.
Dude, 1 year.
I watched that Beard Meets Food, and
Yeah.
he goes to all these. They
our boy.
always load him up with that, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
gotta
Then I
get him.
googled it, and I'm like, that's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, no, I don't fuck with that.
Bro, the Brits have a disgusting menu associated with their culture.
Still better than the food we eat here. Our food's banned in other countries.
You keep saying that.
no, yeah.
The red Gatorade, I know, but I saw red Gatorade when I was in
Well, there
Guatemala.
was
I'm
a-
pretty
sent you
sure
the
Lucky
picture.
Charms probably ain't going on in Europe, and it's on our food chart. They're like, you guys need to eat more Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I mean, there was
And chocolate covered almonds. That's what got me so weak. The chocolate covered almonds were so high on the food pyramid right now. I'm literally like 30 pounds overweight because of chocolate covered almonds. That's like my go-to snack. That and the dried mangoes from Costco.
See, I like those chocolate covered like acai berries.
I never
had
bought
those.
them.
Oh, they
I
smack.
don't know if I ever had an acai berry.
I thought they only came in bowls.
That's what I thought. I don't know.
You can get them at like Marshall's by the checkout. That's where all the fire snacks are. Marshalls and TJ Maxx are by the checkout.
Those are definitely banned in other countries. Yeah.
You want some popcorn? You get it from Burlington Coat Factory. There's
You want
no-
the worst coffee you could
Snipes.
ever get.
Hey.
It's in the checkout line at TJ Maxx.
I
and
believe it,
Marshalls.
man.
It's the worst coffee in the
Dude,
world.
one
I
year.
bought a pomade one time from that checkout. It was probably the greatest purchase I ever made.
it is
in the
the
history of Burlington.
The
For
Marshalls
like
TJ
48
Maxx,
cents too.
like splurge. Or like, what do they call that? Like when you buy candy at the checkout, it's
Yeah.
like impulse.
Yeah, yeah.
You can get anything from a
it's
book to a
candles,
dog leash.
It's like
dog
artisan
leashes.
potato chips.
Yeah.
Like,
It's,
it's
the-
coffee mugs.
the fucking like
hand oven mitts.
yeah,
Yep.
the fucking like hot sauce like variety.
Yes, dude. Yes, there's condiments. Who's
Dude.
buying condiments at the checkout?
I got them one year for Christmas and it was
Go
the
to
nastiest
Burlington,
shit.
grab a shirt and tie. Let me get some of this.
She'll never
Tabasco
listen to this,
sauce.
but shout out my girl's mom. I think that's where she gets all my Christmas presents from. It's
Yeah.
just like because like she always gets me a weed centric T-shirt and like it's awesome. I
Yeah.
love that. And
Shout
then,
out.
like what I'll call like an impulse buy from the line as she's checking out to buy the weed T-shirt.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it's like a 3-in-1 body wash combo. Sometimes it's a coffee cup that says "Wake the fuck up." Like Play on words.
Shout out.
Who doesn't need a 3-in-1 body wash?
Bro, I'm using it when I get out of here. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It's sandalwood scented. I love sandalwood.
I like sandalwood. I got a for Christmas. Dom from Yoga Flow gave me a thing of this sandalwood deodorant. And it's like magnesium deodorant. And normally I can't use that good deodorant. I need the aluminum, or I get the opposite if I use like the shit that won't kill you.
Yeah.
I get a rash under my armpit, like baking soda. I guess I'm allergic to.
Okay.
On the skin, or it clogs my pores or some shit. But
Yeah.
this is the first like non-aluminum based deodorant I've been able to use, and it smells so fucking fire.
I smelled it at the plunge on video.
It smells fire.
I did.
You did, yeah.
I think,
Shout out to
right?
Dom. When that runs out, I gotta go Amazon that shit to the crib.
Oh, well, boys.
And hope my ring nobody steals it. And if they do, I'll see it on the ring.
Let's wrap this thing up, boys. Zach, thank you as always for pulling up on us. I always appreciate
Thank you
cutting
for
up on you. Cutting up with you. I should
no,
say.
you said,
yeah. No, that was a classic, just talking about myself type of moment, trying to hold it together. But
Didn't feel like it.
Yeah, I'm
Didn't feel
sorry.
like it.
I think I ruined the friendship on at the
brought you here to
result of
roast
comedy.
you.
Dude, you fucking try to leave me at the Mon Wharf. You're fucking talking shit now, dude.
I am a terrible fucking friend. I just don't know what to do. All you do is give. All I do is take.
I was just going to change my underwear. I get no liability on that.
I was like, wait a minute. What the fuck?
I had fucking I had Mon Wharf sand in my underwear, so I had to get
You
out of
had
there.
remnants of B25 in your fucking boxers, man.
I could have had anything. It
Oh,
could have
for
been
sure.
Clairton Mill waste that made it down there, and just
You had the ghost of
poop.
Homestead Strikers.
the smiley, all the bodies, the smiley face killer threw in the lawn.
I think I'm rethinking swimming across the river. We'll see you next week.